Let's see if we can find someone at John Deere to tell us about their equipment. All right, I found Anthony here. Sounds like you're the guy. Anthony is what in the company?
I am the go-to-market manager for planting and seeding equipment with John Deere.
Perfect. I heard seeding in there. That's why I'm really interested. He is going to highlight some things on the planter because behind us, I see some things that are really interesting and I'd like to hear about those.
Yep.
And then we're going to segue into what's new with seeding and I'm going to ask him a trick question at the end.
All right, I like it.
Let's go.
So for 2026, we are announcing seed level and fertilizer level sensing. So the ability to be able to see how full that CCS tank is with seed, how full that fertilizer tank is with fertilizer as you're going throughout the field. So that's going to show up on your display and in Op Center. So that tending truck driver can kind of know how full that planter is, what's going on with that planter throughout the day. So that's a good addition for 2026.
Liquid too?
Liquid too.
Liquid too, all right, not just dry.
As well as seed level. So kind of that ability to see both of those. When you think of other little additions, that allows us to automate that push from the tractor. So if you're carrying liquid on the tractor, you're able to automate how much liquid is on the planter. So like this planter behind me has a 450 gallon tank. If you wanted to just keep 200 in that tank at all times, you'd be able to automate that push back and forth between the tractor.
You're kidding. Like it pumps it from one to the other to get the weight distribution right.
To help you distribute that weight.
And that's all automated?
All automated, yep.
All right.
So those are available actually through our precision upgrade group as well. So that ability to go backwards, be backwards compatible with older planters.
Does it have to be a John Deere tractor with saddle tank type things, or can it be?
So we are focused with the John Deere tractors right now, but we'll continue to open that up to others as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Other new camera accessories. So that ability to be able to put a camera on the back of the planter, see behind you, see to the side. It's on a magnet mount, so you can kind of adjust that where you want to be able to see. So not just giving you one view, you can kind of change that and get all the different views that you want. And then what's still true, right? We still have Exactamerge. It's been out for 10 years now. We've had really good luck with Exactamerge.
I remember when that first came out, that was a big splash.
It was, yeah.
And that's already been 10 years. Wow, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Were you around then?
I was around then.
Okay, we both were around.
Yeah,
you were with Deere,
you're making
probably.
me feel really old. So Exactamerge, still I would say one of the best high-speed planting planters with the brush belt technology, ability to be able to singulate that seed, space that seed out in the trench, get that uniform emergence. When you think of the fertilizer technology, right, we had ExactRate going to ExactShot, so that ability to dose seeds now, save you some fertilizer.
Yeah, do you have a display of that?
We do have a display.
Let's
we can
see
walk
that.
over to it. We can run this. I'll kick it on. It's probably going to have a little noise, but we'll give it a run here. And really, when you see it, just going to simulate planting, and then that nozzle is going to kick on. We're going to go to a continuous mode.
So this is the nozzle here.
Yep.
And this is your Exactamerge.
Yep. Exactamerge brush belt, spitting the seeds out.
Yep.
And we're not kicking on for some reason, but there we go.
Oh, there it is.
So there's the dosing, just dosing that seed as it's coming out. So
and it's nailing it every time.
Every time. Yeah, if you put that in slow-mo, you'll actually see it.
Wow.
So
now this is solid.
And it's So our display just goes back and forth between like a continuous application.
You're wasting way more product if you do continuous.
Yep. So you're putting that product just on the seed, right where you need it.
Yeah. What's the savings in product?
So we have seen up to 66% savings on your in-furrow product.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is that an industry exclusive?
There are a couple other companies that are doing it. I will say that our hit rate, because we're using the sensor in the brush belt and tracking that all the way to the furrow, we have a 95+% hit rate.
All right.
With the product.
And it's factory
installed or through precision upgrades. So again, being able to retrofit that on older planters and get that latest and greatest technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more. What do you got over here on this display?
Yeah. So we've got FurrowVision over here. So FurrowVision, just to kind of talk through it, really that ability to see in the furrow. You get a depth measurement from that, so being able to look at that depth throughout the day as those conditions change, like what's going on. If you measure your seed, you're at 2 inches, and all of a sudden you're going through the field and you see, hey, it's starting to come shallow. something's going on, I need to make adjustments. Because you can see in the furrow, you're actually able to see, hey, are my row cleaners down too far or not down far enough? Am I getting some of that hairpinning with material getting through, as well as your downforce, right? My downforce margin, is it too high, too low? Am I firming that furrow too much? Is that furrow crumbling? I actually had a customer talk about being able to see, the seed actually going in, and as the seed was going in, the gauge wheels were crushing the furrow, and they could see the seed actually boiling up instead of dropping in.
Yeah,
and so
in that case,
they were able to make adjustments on the fly.
He made changes to get that fixed.
Yep.
Okay, so is it on every row?
So it's on 3 rows across the planter. So
okay.
Left wing, center of the left wing, center of the center, and then center of the right wing.
Okay.
So 3 rows.
And then is it like real time? Because how could you possibly see it, or can you slow it down too?
So it's real time. The best way I can say it is it's like a freeze frame. So it actually allows you to be able to see what's going on and kind of intake instead of that real time stream that everyone's used to.
Give you a headache if it wasn't.
Yeah. It's moving fast. Lots of stuff going on there.
And this would pop up on your display in your cab?
Yep, so you're able to see it, real time on the cab. This display here is just kind of showing our simulated furrow that we can kind of move around.
Can I stick my finger in there, or will I get cut off?
No, you can stick it in there, you can see it. You'd be able to see it pop up on the screen, actually.
All right, I'm the weird guy. Probably like everyone else has done.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this.
Yep.
All right, you guys see that? My finger's in there. You're not seeing very good if your finger's in there. Very
you
interesting.
can kind of start to see that frame rate.
Yeah, it like you said, it freezes it in place so that
so
you'll be able
at 10
to see
miles
that
an hour when there's tons of stuff going on, you're able to see kind of what's happening.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's showing here up on the screen how that works. Very cool. All right, so we're going to transition to seating.
Okay.
Definitely near and dear to me.
Yep.
You know a little bit about seating. You released the C-Series cart here last year, smaller ones.
Yeah.
The redesign, and then the new metering system.
Yep. On all the C-Series get the new metering system.
That's right.
Yeah, so the new Accurate stainless steel meters.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Now, tell me in a short way, how does that all work? What kind of drives is it?
Yep. So
all the features.
Yeah. So the new Accurate meters are electronically driven through the same motors we actually use on the Exactamerge planter. So really, when you think of that, there's 3 benefits that I would say you get out of that. So having those electronically controlled meters gives you the ability to vary that rate by primary because you can speed those meters up, slow them down, really infinite, right?
Like turn comp.
Turn comp, so you get turn comp with it.
Yep.
And then you also get section command, which we had before, right? But it was really those slide gates, grinding of that grinding of the seed because that meter couldn't stop moving. But now that we can freeze those meters, really allows us to have really good section command as well. So super happy with how they worked. We had a bunch of them out running last year. Customers really liked the results they saw from them. Being able to vary that rate, being able to have turn compensation, like you said, right, on a 90-foot tool, inside to outside, the tool's moving completely different speeds, so being able to adjust from that and keep that consistent rate.
Okay, so one thing that a lot of customers or farmers or producers are concerned about is with all this technology comes the risk of issues, right? It could be those software issues, electronics issues. How do you kind of speak to that to those people who are concerned about that? Because that can stop them in the field and not let them see.
For sure. So, when you think of that technology, right, to me, we talked about Exactamerge being around for 10 years. We're taking that technology that we've proven over time and just reusing it in something that's new, right? So it was new as a splash for us, but really it's that technology that we've been using and proven out over the last 10 years.
So it's not the first time with that particular thing.
Yep. It's a new solution that it's used in, but we've having it proven out for a while.
Okay. High rates, low rates, doesn't matter. It can obviously stop. It can spin really fast.
Yep. So different meters, different color rollers for different rates you're trying to put down.
And you can get a feature where it calibrates it for you, is that right?
Yeah, so you have the ability to get easy cal, so you can do, instead of the old bag style cals where you're crawling under and weighing, using fish scales to weigh, you can do easy cal. We don't have the stand here to walk through it. It's much easier if you can see it, but really that ability to, as you're tending, you just dump a bucket in and it will do the calibration for you, spit out those MDV values. So you can start calibrated, but now with tank scales across the lineup, you're able to run active cal even on those smaller carts. So throughout the day as those conditions change, being able to continually calibrate.
Well, I like fishing, so I'm going to use that fish scale for fishing and not for calibrating anymore if I was that guy.
Yeah.
But retrofittable, so it's really great to have a product that you can buy new and, buy the latest and greatest, but not everybody can afford that. And by the way, I've got something older there's nothing wrong with, but I'd like to update it.
Yeah.
Can a guy update that new technology onto his old equipment?
Yeah, so we just recently announced that the accurate meters can now go on 1910s back to, I think, 2005, and then the C650, C850, because they have the scales, you're still able to get active cal, you're able to get those new meters on 650s and 850s as well, and really have that total technology solution on those older pieces.
Well, that is a huge value add.
Yeah.
Any idea on the cost per tank to do that?
I don't. Off the top of my head, I do not have that.
Check with your dealer.
Yes. Yep. Visit your local dealer, csdeere.com. That's where you can really find all that information on the Precision Upgrades tab.
And it goes without saying, the new C-Series carts comes with all the things that you'd want and need. The scales.
Yep.
That means scales, you get the AccuCal. EasyCal.
Yep.
Is it AccuCal? What is it called when it fixes your rate when you're going through the field?
ActiveCal.
ActiveCal. So it's got the ActiveCal, which is incredible. You don't have to manually stop and do it.
Yeah.
And just really good tools. I even saw a camera system ability in the tanks.
In the tank, yep.
So now it's a factory option or a factory harnessing that allows for cameras in the tanks. You don't have to add that aftermarket. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Hey. Anthony, you've been very knowledgeable. You've proven your knowledge here among us today. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up on all the fresh content posted weekly, which includes helpful tips and tricks, new products, and various adventures. Also, make sure you check out Reddy's website to shop our performance air seeder solutions.